Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What does this really mean? What it means is that faith is one's ability to have belief in the unseen. Not the kind of belief that Thomas Didymus had, where he had to take his finger and put it into Jesus' side to believe that he was there. Jesus Christ told him in response that blessed are those that have not seen me and yet believe. It's faith that allows us to trust the message of those who God has sent to preach about him and the other angels and beings that we are not able to see. Faith is also one's ability to believe in something that has not yet happened to the point that they begin to take physical action for it. In Genesis chapter 6, right, God told Noah that he was angry with the way humans were living, and as a result, there was going to be a flood. But it hadn't happened yet, and there were no signs of this happening. In fact, at that time, rain had never fallen before. But Noah believed in what God said to the point that he spent 120 years of his life building a boat in preparation for it. And he began to tell people about it, which is why Peter called him a preacher of righteousness in 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Faith is one's ability to begin to take action on something that has not even happened at all. If you also consider Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 to 3, there you see where God was telling Abraham to leave where he was previously living and all the people he was used to. He was supposed to leave all that behind and go to a land that he would show him, and that he would make a nation out of his seed, and so on and so forth. Abraham believed in what God told him, had faith in it, so that he actually left with all his family and everything that belonged to him. Imagine if people asked him, wait, why are we leaving? Why are we, moving away? He'd have to explain something that had not yet happened yet. His ability to carry on with that is precisely what faith is. Faith is one's ability to believe in something to the point that even if it's not physically in front of you, it's as if it's actually real. I'm taking this straight from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 27, of course. It says, by faith, he, that is Moses, forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king. Now note this, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. That is, it was as if God Almighty was right in front of him, talking to him, telling him to do all these things, whereas he never actually saw God the way Jesus Christ did, right? Because he came down from heaven and so on. If you consider Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 to 13, you see the faith of the Roman centurion. The power of Jesus Christ to heal people was so real to him that he felt that it was as guaranteed as his own command over his 100 soldiers, saying that the power that you have over sicknesses and many other things like that is not different from my ability to command a soldier to go here or there. And just as that soldier is 100% going to do what I tell them, similarly, you have the power to heal my servant and anyone you desire. And Jesus Christ was surprised at how someone who wasn't even an Israelite could have such great faith. In our time today, there is also something that we can similarly have faith in. The Bible tells us that in our period, called the last days or the latter days, the time of the end, if you read Daniel chapter 12, verse 9, Matthew chapter 13, verse 39, and many other passages, God Almighty would do something really special. He would establish his kingdom. Now you might be thinking, whoa, establish a kingdom? What does that even mean? Well, don't take my word for it. Daniel chapter 2 verse 44 says it all. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And this kingdom would bring peace, prosperity, and freedom to all of mankind, according to Psalm 46, verse 9, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, Haggai chapter 2, verses 6 and 7. The desire of all nations would come. Faith is your ability to look at prophecies that were made in the Bible and then look at world events, connect them together, and then based on that new understanding, you start living differently from other individuals who don't believe that anything is happening, anything spiritually significant is going on. Traditions, customs that people used to observe because they don't know what is happening spiritually. You don't observe them anymore. If you read Galatians chapter 4, verses 8 to 11, because you believe that God's kingdom has been established and prophecies regarding that have started to fulfill. Things people often believe, you don't believe them anymore. Lifestyles people have, you don't have them. If you read 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 15 to 17. We are not yet living in a righteous world where all of the prophecies have been fulfilled, but you are acting like everything has already happened. And you then begin to live a righteous life. Your ability to do that is faith. And the Bible tells us that if we keep that faith to the end, we will be saved. Cast not away therefore your confidence, which hath great recompense of reward. For ye have need of patience, that, after ye have done the will of God, ye might receive the promise. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. For we are not of them that draw back unto perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul.